just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Camille Smith. And guys, I know. I always promise a weekly thing. And I was going to do a weekly thing last week, but I was not in the mood. I was not in a mood. So I decided to take a rest. Sometimes you gotta take a rest, especially before like the weekend and the long weekend, right? So I decided to take a long weekend for myself, but I wanted to make sure that I gave you guys some greatness in September. I feel like it's a new year per se when it's September because it's like back to school and everything. So I wanted to bring on a guest that I find um, is very knowledgeable, very cool, and everything about, you know, business and everything and investing. So, it's going to be fire. But before I start, I want to give a shout out to Black Moms Connection. It's back to school and it's back to the session. I did that again today, and it actually brought me back to that that great feeling that I have about helping people. And I am so happy that I actually had that because whoo, y'all, y'all don't even know. But I'm glad that I was able to get that um, peace of mind of helping moms. And yeah, but before I bring on my guest, I want to do my quick commercial because I know he's gonna give you some greatness, and I'm so excited to bring him on. Okay, so give me one moment.
Imagine turning financial chaos into calm. Meet Alex. Alex is a young professional buried in bills and receipts. They're overwhelmed, unsure where to start. But then, light bulb moment. Alex discovers Finance IQ. With just a few clicks, Alex is setting up a personalized budget thanks to Finance IQ's user-friendly tools. It's like having a financial coach right at their fingertips. Fast forward a few weeks, and Alex is breezing through bill payments, watching their savings grow and even planning for the future. No more stress, no more chaos, just simple steps leading to big results. Alex now shops with confidence, knowing every dollar's accounted for. Finance IQ didn't just help organize Alex's finances, it gave them peace of mind. Ready to take control of your finances? Visit Finance IQ today and start your journey to financial freedom. Finance IQ. Simple steps, big results.
Alrighty. All right. Are you ladies and gentlemen ready? Okay, so welcome Miles to the stage. So Miles, it's been a minute since we've seen each other, and I love how the sun is blazing, nice on your skin, yeah?
Thank you. Thank you.
And I was mentioning to you offline that the one thing that I liked when we met was we were at a wedding, and even like in between time, usually guys are talking about sports, gossip, and everything. I remember I was passing by and I just heard you guys talking about business or investing and just having mature conversations, and I was like, hold up, Randall, who's your friend? I need to talk to him. He's like, yeah, go up. And I was just like, all right, I nothing brings me more joy than hearing those type of conversations. And you were the I noticed that you were the main person that was like presenting that conversation. So big up yourself. Hold on.
Thank you.
I gotta I can't come up without the blast and everything. So welcome, Miles. Welcome.
Thank you
How are
so
you doing?
much. Thank you so much. I'm doing well. As you can see, it's a beautiful day out. One of the last warm days we have this year, so definitely
Right.
trying to take advantage as much as possible. So thank you so much for having me. I'm glad that you even noticed that because it is something that I try to be conscious of. I would say up until COVID, I thought I
Mhm.
understood finance and had a real grips on my money and things of that nature. But um, maybe 8 months into COVID, I realized that I had no clue. And now that as I continue to learn and I'm on this financial journey, I try to share what I learned with any and everybody that's willing to listen. So
And I love that you're being so transparent because I think a lot of things that I notice, like especially when you're on social media, it's like people have this persona, right?
hmm
And it's cool, but when you're actually admitting that, hey, there is a time, obviously, because we have stepping stones. We have
stages and
to,
chapters, yeah,
yeah, we have to crawl before we walk, and then walk before we run. So, like, for you to be able to admit that you didn't know this stuff, but you were able to take the time to actually learn, I commend you for that
thank
because
you.
it takes a lot for folks to actually admit that. And and I want people to see, like, it's okay for you not to know at one point. It's just how are you gonna push through
Right.
and learn.
And I'm
And
sure
mhm.
sorry to cut
No,
you, but
no,
I'm
no, no.
sure we'll touch on it during the conversation. But I strongly believe that a lot of our financial ignorance is by design. I think we're not supposed to be knowing a lot of things. And what I mean, without getting too crazy on you, but we'll touch on it. I do think financial literacy is actually in the forefront today because our financial system is changing and the powers that
Mm-hmm.
be don't mind us learning the old ways of finance, and we're really missing the big picture of like decentralized finance and blockchain technology. We're focused now that we're finally and I'm grateful that Black people are educating themselves on finance and kind of investing a lot more. But there's
Yes.
so much that we have the opportunity to kind of level the playing field, and we're not being taught these things as yet either.
It's so I had to I had to take this one because this is a bar. It is because, like, for the longest time, like, when we are growing up, our we didn't know these things, and when we try to ask the question to our parents, and they did the best they could, right? They did the best they could at the time, um but there was sometimes that you weren't able to learn from them, so you had to
hmm
go elsewhere, and
hmm
just finding the resources to be able to find that out is essential.
Yeah,
And I'm actually more glad that people are doing it even after COVID, because this was the one point in time with all of generations were able to have the biggest hit in their life financially.
absolutely.
Like, maybe
Yeah,
even I don't know about the what was it, the alphas now. I don't think they
hmm
were
hit as
uh
hard.
hit as hard, but like at least Gen Z, millennials, Gen X, baby boomers, the silent ones, we all had something that affected us during that time and
100%.
realized how important finances are, right? And or before we even get into that, how for the folks that don't know you, who is Miles? Tell the people them.
So I am a serial entrepreneur. I am the son
Whoa.
of a serial entrepreneur. I think the last time I seen my dad work a 9 to 5, I was maybe in grade 5. And every part of his journey, he brought me along. Even the fearful stuff and any type of risk he was willing to take, he would kind of break down why he's taking these risks and things of that nature. But if I'm being completely honest, I'm a Leo. He's a Scorpio, so a lot of the things that he taught me, it didn't resonate at first. We would butt heads like you wouldn't believe. I've been taller than my dad since grade 8 or 9. So
Golly.
so I haven't really been listening to him. Sorry about
Yeah.
that. But I
No
haven't been
worries.
listening to him as often as I should. Now that I'm in my 30s, touching 40, I can appreciate a lot more of what he was teaching when I was younger. But
Yeah.
yeah, we I thought I knew everything, like I was mentioning. So I worked in retail. I worked for Nike's flagship store in Yorkville. Was one of the top sellers there for the longest time. I've done door-to-door sales, selling coupon books while I was in post-secondary school, and then finally landed pretty much a dream job working for a Fortune 500 company uh, doing IT recruitment. So basically, cold calling medium and large size businesses to pitch IT professionals for both long-term and short-term opportunities.
Hmm.
Not so much cold calling, but really just
Okay, because I was
finding
about to say.
contractors. Yeah, I'm sorry, not so much, not cold calling, not so much headhunting. Rather, I did a
Okay.
lot of cold calling. Like we would call people that had no idea that we were calling them. We just had our CRM list
Yeah.
with a few notes from people in the past that were unsuccessful because you really only get the accounts that people haven't been able to penetrate.
Hmm.
And we're calling like the CTO for TTC, you name it, Canadian Tire. Like I've had what we call CVs, client visits, with
Yeah.
the most amazing people you can even imagine.
Hmm.
So that kind of taught me or forced me to be a little bit more of an entrepreneurial mindset because as much as you're working for a company, your business only grows based on the work that you put in. So
Exactly.
I learned the importance of pre-planning during this
Hmm.
time. So literally just the night before, if I have like 20, 30 calls set up for the next day, just a
Hmm.
simple setup of knowing who I'm calling and why. And that helped me tremendously. And then I grew up the corporate ladder a little bit, became a division director, and had about 5 people working under me at this recruitment firm. And thought I was doing my thing. The company's paying for my car, traveling across Southern Ontario to meet with clients. Like literally, my day consisted of cold calls from about 9 to maybe 11:30 in the morning, and then I'm on the road for the afternoon. So I was literally working 2 3 hours a day. Like it was beautiful, making well over 100,000 a year, thinking that I know what I'm doing. I have life figured out. And then COVID hit, and they
Yeesh.
let my whole team go. Like my whole team, me, everybody under me, a couple of people above me. They let us all go. But before, I guess around 2018, I started a Toro business. It's like Airbnb for cars, and I had
Okay.
my
Oh, yes, yes,
personal
yes.
car on there
Hmm.
because the company was paying for my car. I was like, let me try to double down and make more money. So evenings and weekends, I would rent my car out. And then during COVID, when they let us all go, I
Hmm.
used my severance package and just started adding cars to the fleet, and been doing that ever since. And then, oh, I
Okay.
mean, we'll get into all that, but then
Okay. Okay. I
real
gotta
estate,
remember that one. That is
re-
a great.
real
Shucks. Go
estate
on.
has
Go on. Go on.
been what I've been focused on for the last
Yeah.
maybe, I guess, 4.5-ish years.
Hmm.
Um, and then, so the profits from the cars allowed me to start to dabble into real estate. We got in 2019, late 2019, early 2020, just
Hmm.
before like prices started going skyrocketing. So then I pulled equity off my home because it doubled in value in about 2 years. And I thought I was this premier investor. I just turned 400 into 800. I'm Houdini. So
You're
then I
like,
started, right? I thought I was holier than thou. And then started investing in more real estate opportunities, but really lost sight of the fundamentals. I was very, very speculative, thinking that everything was going to be as easy as my first one. And now I'm learning doesn't always go like that. And as much as I've been able to stand strong during these tough times, it's been a real, real challenge. It's taught me a
hmm.
lot, I will say that, and information that I love to share with others as well. But it's been a real, real challenge. So
Listen,
that's
the
me in
fact
a
that you
nutshell.
just
And
say that, and the fact that you say that, um, there's a couple things that I got from what you said is you basically um based on circumstances that you're in, you're able to find opportunities, which is absolutely amazing. Because even when, like, okay, well, my company gave me a car, but I have my car. What am I going to do with that car? Oh, let me rent it. And I don't think a lot of people know about the renting of cars, but the fact that you were able to purchase more cars to be able to rent, that's like the Airbnb of
Yes, that's exactly what I call
vehicles.
it. Yes, 100%. I call it the Airbnb of cars.
Oh, look, so someone's saying your hat is fire.
So
Hello,
that's a
Theo. Hello.
hello, Theo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's another one of my endeavors. I have a
Nice.
clothing line called Chase Clothing, just reminding people that whatever it is that you want out of life, you have to go
Mhm.
get it. So the logo is a bag with a C, just kind of implementing the chase. It does kind of look like a penny a cent sign, but just reminding people that whatever it is that you want out of life, you can get
Mhm.
it. You just have to go get it. So, I mean, I'll plug my website, chaseclothing.ca,
Yes,
if
yes,
you're
yes.
inquiring of where to get it. But again, more than
Absolutely.
anything, it's just a message reminding people that we have the ability to tackle whatever we're setting in front of ourselves.
So now you have told me at least four, 4 to 5 streams. Are there any more
Yes, and
that
there's more. Yeah, there's more. So I have right now. I'm outside. I'm
that
on
you
the
can discuss?
rooftop
That you can
of my
discuss.
condo townhouse. And
Okay.
yeah, everything is above board and legal. I'm an open book. I'm willing to share any and everything. I'm always looking for people to partner with, and
Mhm.
I'm very much aware that I only see things from my perspective. So I try to share things so that people that see things a little different might be able to come together and share their perspective.
So Randall's saying, is that the eye chase fitted? Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Welcome,
it's a
Randall.
it's a
Welcome.
snapback. It's a snapback, but it is pretty much a New Era fitted. I went to China in February and partnered with New Era's manufacturers. So I got some big things on the way. But like you said, I got so much going on that I kind of get a little
Yeah,
overwhelmed
we.
sometimes, and
Yes.
I procrastinate on things because I'm literally just a one man show. I mean, my wife is a tremendous help. Like I
Mhm.
wouldn't be in the position I am without
We get
her.
the
But
women them.
right, trust me. But it's really been just me for the most part, and then
Mhm.
I I just kind of I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but whatever business at the time is showing the most motion and the most cash flow is what I kind
Yeah.
of put my focus on, and then I tend to neglect other things a little bit, and then I kind of get
Mhm.
into a little bit of a cycle where I'm playing catch up, and people are wondering like, hey, what's going on with this and things of that nature. So it's like it's a juggling, balancing act. It's a lot.
and
Yeah.
and with you, okay, so I'm adding 7 so far.
Yeah. Right.
So, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, because not only are we having like this discussion, but this is like, this is your episode, ideally,
Okay.
right? It's
Yeah.
just that telling people your story on like how you're able to do the work life balance is crucial, because I do understand what you mean when there's certain times you're focused on one type of business that's killing it, flowing and stuff, but sometimes the other one's like, hey, 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 I'm here too.
Right.
So how do you, and being one, we got to start using AI a little bit more then, right?
So
So
100%.
is there
100%.
any ways that that you strategize how to maneuver with the 7 to 8? There could be
There's
10.
there's more. There's more. There's actually more, but we'll get into it. So I think I don't. I'm just starting to utilize AI, and
Okay.
I do use OpenAI like every day. ChatGPT. Another endeavor that I just recently started. I have an Instagram page, just
Mhm.
teaching people about financial principles and tools that we're not normally privy to, and it's called
Yes.
Handsome Investments. So
Mhm.
what I do to create content for that, I literally just have conversations with ChatGPT, and then
Okay.
I ask it to create an image based on the conversation that we had. So I'll put like a real estate investment trust is X, Y, and Z. How true is this
Yeah.
statement? And then it'll break down, and then I'll say, okay, can you simplify that clarification? And then it will break it down, and then I'll create an image, and then go from there, and just post it on Instagram with the hopes of creating or
Someone that
conversations and just creating awareness. Honestly,
and awareness is key, and I like that. I have I done that with my ChatGPT? I think I have a little bit. I guess having those discussions would be ideal. And like right now, I realize that ChatGPT, like it it will give you an update on anything that you want.
anything.
I've seen it do an AI update, like stocks, global, anything. So it's kind
Yeah.
of pretty cool how evolved
Hmm.
AI's been, and then
Yeah.
being able to help you maneuver through your
Navigate. Yeah.
businesses.
Absolutely.
And I just think there's this one way of me trying to see what chatbots are going to be able to help, like,
Mm.
keep everything afloat, right?
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
with eight
No,
eight
it's
so
crazy.
far,
No, it's absolutely crazy.
we have to at least, find the balance to keep, if we're handling three, then someone else is handling like the other three, and then so on and so forth, right? Just to keep.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's like,
That's like the key for growth and scaling, right? Because we're human, we can only
mhm,
do so much. Like, I don't care how strong, smart, active you are, you still need to sleep a few hours a day. So that's a big part of why I've been kind of going down this financial journey, because I'm not trying to work like, yeah, I'm not trying, not, I'm like, because I don't want to make it sound bad.
I I know. Actually, ooh, what was it?
Oh, shut
I no, it's probably me. Don't
up, you
worry,
lot.
it's me, not
Are we
you.
still? Yeah. Okay.
It's
No
me,
problem.
not you.
It
So
does require hard work, but our money works so
yes,
much harder. Are we still live? Or are we?
we're good. We're good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Our money can work so much harder than we can. Investments open so many doors, and your money will, if you put your money out in the market, and
Hmm.
no investment is guaranteed, but if you put your money out in the market, it will bring back more money than physical labor can. And
Exactly.
I think it's is it Einstein or someone that says like compound interest is like
Hmm.
the eighth wonder of the world, and those that don't know it pay it, and those that know it take advantage of it, right? So just
Exactly.
you, we would be surprised with how little consistent habits can change the trajectory of our whole life.
And even it's funny when you say compound interest, because I was just mentioning that to these ladies today. Like even the rule of 72,
Hmm.
of just the how long it will take for our money to double. Like there's so many avenues that we can use to be able to have our money double up in 6 to 10 years and stuff. I'm
Yep.
gonna be realistic because I
Yep.
know there's crypto that's 1,000%, but there's still people that are scared of that. But at least if
Yep.
they are aware of investing, they are able to double their money up in 3 to 4 years, and then they see that they have that confidence to be able
Yep.
to keep pushing, and then be able to have another side hustle and be able to
Exactly.
just be happy with themselves, right?
Honestly.
And
Yeah.
the one thing I like that you've had this experience from when you were younger. As you said, you went with your dad from grade 5,
Hmm.
and I know you're taller than him since time. What two attributes do you think you follow that he taught you so far?
I think the two biggest, transparency
Hmm.
and the like understanding the importance of teamwork. Um, So like no matter the endeavor, like I've had a few properties where I tried to buy with people, and even if I bring the opportunity, I'm going back and forth with the builder or the lawyer. I'm doing majority of the work, whatever. I still don't look at myself as above anybody or better than anybody on the team or in general, period. I don't think I'm better than anyone, but especially
Mhm.
people that you're trying to build with, I
Yeah,
never act like I'm the boss. Even if I'm putting up a little bit more effort, I think it's important to remember that, sure, I might strive in this aspect of what we're trying to do, but someone might step up later on down the road where I might
exactly.
come short, right? So just because right now I might be driving the train, who knows when you got to change the conductor type of thing. So I don't really, I think those are the two key things is just kind of recognizing the fact that we're not better than nobody. We're all built in God's image and likeness. We all have the ability to get it. So we're
Mhm.
not better than nobody. And yeah, just the honesty and transparency is huge, especially if you're
That
trying to build a
build
sustainable
those.
long-term relationships and things of that nature.
That is very true. And I love that you say that because honestly, t- teamwork is definitely important. And just like, as you know, you can go fast with one person, but you can go far with
Yeah,
many.
with many,
I know I didn't say the same
100%.
correctly,
But we
but
get it.
everyone
We
knows.
get it. Honestly, and I think it's Ken McElroy or Ken. He's a real estate investor in the States, and he
Mhm.
always drives it home. Business is a team sport. So no
Mm,
matter what you think you're the coolest thing since sliced bread, you need a team. And like you said, you'll go further with the right people, right mindset around you. So
exactly. And I actually had to go back to one thing that you said before, cold calling. And listen,
it's not for everyone. It's not for the weak. I'll tell you that.
I've done the same things. Listen,
Yeah.
how did
Cold calling.
you
Yeah.
convince yourself? Like, how did you convince yourself to have that strategy with cold calling? And
Um,
what would you say your percentage was like at the beginning till at the your peak?
okay, so I don't want to sound gas, right? Because like this is gonna come across crazy. But like from the beginning to the day they let us all go, like
Yeah.
was my peak. Like because of
Talk your
so like
thing. Talk your thing.
so I'm under normal circumstances, I don't like to be the center of attention. I wouldn't say I'm an introvert, but I'm not like that guy that's like I don't need attention whatsoever. But if I get someone one on one on a call and
Mhm.
I understand what your pain points are, I'm just gonna
Okay.
drive it home to try to sell you on your pain points. And I learned that from an early age. Like again, another note from my dad is like people think as much as I'm talking off your ear here today, people think
No, no, no.
selling is about talking, but it's really more about listening. The more
Mhm.
you understand about what the person, whether you're selling a service or a product, your client or customer, you got to
Mhm.
understand what their needs and wants are, and you're golden. So, like a prime example, we had like sales blitz and competitions all the time. And for a
Mhm.
good like 2 years, when I first started, my manager, he had a hard time getting into TTC because they run more so on like a bidding process. But to
Mhm.
get in, just to even enter your bid, you got to get in with the IT manager. And they kept shutting us down,
Mm.
shutting us down, shutting us down.
Yeah.
But my second call in speaking with him, he literally just off script just was like, "There's something about you that some energy that I'm picking up from you, and I would love to put a face to the name." And that's how the relationship started. And there's
That's dope.
countless times where just being myself, being as real as possible, people pick up on it, and it's been great.
That that is amazing because the one thing I realized with selling, even when I used to do back in the day door to door, is it is based on your energy and how you also make someone feel, right?
Hmm.
Like and able to give them a deal.
Yep.
Like the one time I did lawn care, I usually gave him a deal like, hey, I see that you have some snacks. I could do this thing for you. Could cut a little deal, a little snack, lower the cost, boom. And it's just based on like how it's just basically how you're able to speak to them.
Hmm.
And you can speak to some people in a way like a charming way, or like just
Hmm.
be able
Or
to do
relatable.
jokes,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
right?
And you saying that, giving deals, just reminded me this is a retail experience, but working
Yeah.
at Foot Locker, and this is not illegal, but I don't recommend it. But I used to do, I used to sell my employee discount. So,
Mm-hmm.
especially more popular shoes, I
Yeah.
would memorize the prices after tax.
Yeah.
And then if someone is coming to buy that shoe, I would tell
Okay.
them, like my discount at Foot Locker was like 30% off. I would tell
Hmm.
them, look, if you have cash, I'll give you 15-20% off this shoe. And then they'll be like,
Wait,
yeah, okay.
wait.
And then,
I need
but
the ladies and gentlemen, do not go
yeah,
to
no,
Foot Locker.
I do not recommend this whatsoever. But it
Do
just goes
not
to show
try.
my mindset of what I was doing. I'm
Yeah.
always trying to think outside of the box just to make a
Mhm.
little more money. I've never been um, the guy with the most, never. But I've always been kind of that slow and steady wins
Wins
the
the
race type of
race.
guy. And
Hmm.
then I can when we talk about crypto, I can share how I 10x my money doing that, just literally little by little. Every hat sold, I would take a small percentage, throw it
Hmm.
into utility crypto, throw it into
Utility crypto.
utility crypto. Yeah, and we'll
Yeah.
definitely answer any questions you have on that, but we'll get into that. And by literally 2020 June to
Hmm.
June 2023, so about a 3 year
Hmm.
span, I was
Yeah.
able to save about 14 grand just chipping away. And then this one crypto in particular, they
Yeah.
redeemed not a security, they redeemed a currency by a judge in the US.
Hmm.
And within 30 minutes of her slamming the gavel, my 14 grand turned into 26 grand. And then that was 2023 summer. Then November last year, when Trump won, before inauguration, when he won and he ran
Hmm.
on being the crypto president, when he won, my 26 grand turned into $130,000 in about 3 days. Yeah. And this is all possible. Anybody can do this. It's all above board. It's like our future is moving to the blockchain. So the earlier we get in and understand what we're putting our money into, the better.
Oh, see, now our guests, viewers have a question. What is utility crypto? Because that was my first question too. So
Well,
by all means, you can answer this question. What is
perfect.
utility
So
crypto?
utility crypto is cryptocurrency with a real world use case. Um, so there's a handful like XRP, XLM,
Hmm.
HBAR, um, there's a bunch. But
Hmm.
basically, what these companies are aiming to do are the things that we do with traditional finance, we will be able to do using crypto. And essentially, all cryptocurrency is a decentralized ledger that is put on what we call a blockchain. So, um, crypto, they say it was created because traditional banks, right now, as we stand right now, they don't have to share their books whatsoever. So if CIBC says they have $1 trillion, there's no, like,
Hmm.
they get audits and whatnot, but nobody really can hold them accountable for the funds that they have versus what they say they
Hmm.
have. And then Bitcoin was basically created as an open source ledger to show every single transaction. So if I send you $1 and
Hmm.
you know how to read a blockchain transaction, you can see every single transaction that included that dollar since the
Yeah.
day it was minted, since inception. So it's just like an open book ledger. That's all it really crypto is. But there's a lot of,
Yeah.
like with anything, there's scams and all type of things. So I tell people utility are the ones with real world use case, actually trying to solve problems. So like XRP, I'm very biased, but XRP I have a
Hmm.
lot because they are trying to replace Swift. Swift
Okay.
is the largest cross-border payment mechanism in the world. So, like, prime example, if you want to send money to family in Jamaica, you go to Western Union. Western Union, you put the money in, Western Union sends it. Your person in Jamaica gets it within 10 minutes. But in reality, that transaction doesn't settle for about 5 to 10 business days. So the reason why, so the reason why Western Union charges like higher fees and whatnot is because essentially they're taking the risk of facilitating that transaction. Swift sends the money through like a messaging system to verify that sender A and receiver B both get send and receive legitimately. Everything is what it says it is. With cryptocurrency, you can facilitate that same transaction in about 3 seconds.
Within seconds, I see. It's funny that you say this, crypto, because I'm pretty sure if Randall's still here, Shake Pay.
Shake Pay, absolutely.
I'll tell you this. I knew about Shake Pay 2020. I think Randall told me about it from time. Yo, get this. And I was like, okay. And once again, we were having a gathering, and I heard that not only are they making money, but they started using it to purchase things. And then even I witnessed someone paying with their Shake Pay at like Dollarama and something. And that's when I was like, okay. Me know say I should have listened to my friend long time ago, right? I have it. I'm gonna use it. All right, boom. I can't tell you how many times.
You gotta set a reminder in your phone. Shake, because you get literally free Bitcoin fragments. I mean, it's not no big money, but you're getting money for just shaking your phone. Yeah.
Like just the other day, I got so angry. I was shaking my phone from 11:58, and I was like, okay, I don't know what's happening with my phone, but I need you to shake. And of course, it broke my streak, and I got very upset.
That's the worst feeling in life.
I
hate it. My longest streak is about 380 days. And when I broke that streak, I had to stop using Shake Pay for maybe like 4 months because I was like in my feelings heavily. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Oh my god, I understand. Because I was the first time I broke it, it hurt.
Yeah,
and then the second time, actually this one hurt the most because it was like, no, I'm here. I'm here. I'm acknowledging it.
Yeah. No matter how many times the pain doesn't go away. It's your first, third, 20th time breaking your streak. It's like a
it hurts.
Pain,
right? And what is or I think there's asking what platform would you suggest to purchase XRP or other utility crypto?
I recommend Kraken, Kraken, kind of like the octopus. Because they have this promotion for the last maybe like 8 months, I guess since the year started, where they don't really charge you any trading fees. It's just a one-time fee of $50 for the year, and you can trade unlimited times or purchase unlimited time without any fees. So I recommend Kraken. But I also, a little bit deeper into that, is I recommend people buying a cold wallet as well and taking your crypto offline. Because there's this saying, not your keys, not your crypto. And if an exchange goes down for whatever reason, they are essentially the owners of your crypto.
True. Yeah. I have heard that. I haven't got that one yet, but it's in the works. I think so. Okay, so now that we're in this space, how were you introduced to it? And wait, before we start, and I had to post it just in case. This is for educational purposes only.
Absolutely, not financial advice.
We're not saying to do this. Do your due diligence and look, because I don't want someone to come back. Oh,
honestly, I lost my money. No, honestly, because it is very risky. There is no investment that is 100% guaranteed. Doesn't
Mm.
matter what it is. Um, but sorry, I'll share my crypto story. So again, working in recruitment, part of
Yes.
our job is to go on to networking events and things of that nature to kind of solicit business that way as well. Just kind of get your name out there, different HR events, all type of events in which you think you might meet other contractors, IT professionals, or meet hiring managers or HR professionals.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to one. I'll never forget this. I'm sure many people have a story like this, but I went. I had a event at King and Spadina. This is maybe 2017,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to this event. Went upstairs, and they're talking crypto, crypto, crypto. This was like super foreign to me. I had no understanding, and at this time, it
One
wasn't
of
as
those
easy
webinars.
to buy from these exchanges and things. So there was this guy, and he was there teaching about Bitcoin, how to
Mm.
buy, and he literally said, if nothing else, before you leave here, just chat with me and let me show you how to buy $50 worth of Bitcoin. This is like 2017. Bitcoin's maybe like $3 bills US at the time.
Yep. That's when I got
And
introduced to it. Yep.
right. And I left. I left saying like this has nothing to do with my employment. So I'm off this. Like I'm not, this is not for me. As much as like these guys were going above and beyond to teach people to simplify it. And they're like, let us walk you through buying at least $50 before you leave.
Yeah.
I totally ignored it and I left. And then by 2018, when it went to like 20 grand US, I was like, what? Another coworker was talking about, and I was like, what? And then he was like, it's not too late. He's like, just wait for a pullback and jump back in. But at this time, I didn't even know what a pullback meant. So I was like, I missed it, right? And then when COVID hit and I lost my job and I'm looking for different opportunities, I literally took a deep dive into finance. So I started watching YouTube videos on JP Morgan's story, the Rockefellers, Henry Ford, like everybody.
Yeah.
I started taking finance, well, not taking, but watching finance
Mhm.
courses because MIT has open courseware on YouTube. So I
Nice.
watched there's like a 21-week course on cryptocurrency, and I watched that twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like so I watched fundamentals of finance and then the fundamentals of crypto.
Yeah.
And that's what really got me into like this thing really makes sense. Understanding the blockchain was huge, but then
Mhm.
seeing what XRP and utility cryptocurrencies are trying to do to finance as a whole, I was like,
Yeah.
this is something I absolutely have to get into. So now, since June 2020,
Yes.
no matter what country I'm in, no matter where I am, at
Mhm.
least half an hour a day, I'm studying crypto and real estate. No matter where I am, like literally in February, I was in Thailand. I was at my
Yeah.
uncle's house in Thailand, and we're drinking, we're having a good time, and
Yeah.
they're like 12 hours from us. So
Difference. Yeah.
right, so we
Yes.
finished drinking at like 4 in the morning. We go back to his place, and I turned on YouTube because I
Mhm.
didn't watch anything for the day. And
Yeah.
he looked at me and he's like, your dedication is something to be studied because like you're out here, you're half drunk, and you're still putting in the work. And I was like, yeah, well,
You
the
gotta
market
remember something.
opens in North America in like 3-4 hours. If
Oh
there's
my
something I
gosh.
can learn to take advantage, you know what I mean? And that's another thing that's so beautiful about the market is that you can make money from anywhere. You don't have to be at a certain physical location to make
That's
money
true.
in stocks, in crypto. So I implore everyone to educate themselves on these things.
So you're definitely gonna write that to me after.
No, I got you. I got you.
um, I'm just thinking how wild it would be to be living in Thailand and opening or getting ready for the stock market to open at like
Yeah,
9:30 in the
it
evening
was
or
it was
night and
crazy.
stuff.
And you're right. Honestly, honestly,
Ooh, golly.
yeah,
Ooh, Theo had a question. Um, I think Theo's just realized. And guys,
yeah.
ask as many
Anything. There's no
questions.
such thing as a stupid question. Honestly. So a
Uh,
cold wallet allows
yes.
you to take your crypto off an exchange. Like you're pretty much offline. You get a little USB and you can send your crypto to that USB And if anything happens, like just a regular exchange gets hacked or the world's on fire, you can take it
Which
with
happens a
you
lot.
anywhere. I don't know if you guys have heard that story. There's that guy for years, his girlfriend threw his cold wallet into the trash somewhere in the UK, and he was paying people like 3, 4 bills a day to go through the garbage and find his cold wallet. He was looking for about 3, 4 good years. He just announced that he's stopping the search. I think low key he found it and he didn't want people to know. But yeah, like because
So
it's
that's wild. Okay, so with this type of story is I think it is like a USB. I don't
yep.
want to take out my USB.
I wish I had mine, but yeah.
I was gonna show something that may look like it. I feel like
So they do have some that size as well. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. They come in different shapes and sizes, and essentially it's just a storage.
Yeah.
So like with crypto, a lot of
Mhm.
people especially in Canada, we have Wealthsimple, right? And Wealthsimple will offer crypto services, but you don't get to hold your crypto with Wealthsimple. You're literally investing into Wealthsimple's holding. So it's even worse than not your keys, not your crypto. It's like not your crypto at all. So
Yeah.
I always tell people like take your cash off of Wealthsimple, send it to like a Kraken, and buy the actual. You'll get like a alphanumeric wallet address,
Mhm.
and that
Yes,
is associated with your whatever crypto wallet, and that allows you to send and receive crypto. Whereas Wealthsimple, you're not allowed to do that.
exactly. I think it's safe to say that, and I am team Questrade, but I do understand why people use Wealthsimple. But you
Yep.
have to think of it in this way: if they normally do stocks and not crypto, why not go somewhere where it's specialized in crypto
Exactly.
at
Yep.
least, right?
Yep.
Yeah, when I seen that I was like, but I also did my research, but I had to get to your dedication of no matter what, 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Every single day, to the point like my daughter, I have 3 kids. My middle child is 6.
Mhm. Mhm.
And for the first 4 years of her life, she literally thought my logo meant XRP because I'm watching YouTube videos putting her to sleep. Like she literally thought this meant XRP. I swear to God. So like I'm super on
Ah,
it. I love it
yeah.
because I know it's life changing. I tell people the latest industrial revolution is upon us. So I tell people crypto and understanding crypto is like
Yeah.
seeing like being back in the early 1900s, seeing the
Mhm.
government pave the roads for cars
When
and
you
we're
still have your
worried about
horse.
getting new shoes for our horse. Exactly. And that's
Yeah.
because they're tokenized in Dubai. You can buy real estate with XRP. Um,
Jeez. And
I
XRP
actually,
just finished up that debacle, right?
yeah, they just beat their case against the SEC.
Mhm.
And it's great that you know that because what people don't know is they're following literally the same trajectory as
Mhm.
Amazon and Tesla. They're industry like
Mhm.
shakers. The
Yes.
SEC comes down hard on them, saying that they're doing something wrong because it's brand new.
Mm.
Nobody's seen this before. They beat their
True.
case against the SEC, and then they almost create their own industry. And I think XRP is going to do the same. There's a company named Ripple that utilizes XRP the most, and
Mhm.
they go to different banks try to offer this cross border services utilizing XRP.
Can
But
we get
they
Ripple
just
here though? Or is
no.
it Carter? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember. I'm
Ripple
like,
is it's a private company, so you got to be an accredited investor in order to
mm,
buy them. But you
okay,
don't
okay.
need to buy Ripple. You just need XRP because XRP is the and like not to say don't buy Ripple if you are an accredited investor and you're interested. I definitely recommend it. But
Yeah.
with XRP being Ripple's number one asset, you
Mm-hmm.
essentially it's like it's like Nike
The S&P.
starting, but you
Mm-hmm.
have the rights to the swoosh.
Okay,
XRP is
okay.
that rights to the swoosh. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
I would recommend buy as much XRP as you can because our financial system is changing, and soon, if
Mm-hmm.
things go as I think, you won't even need to sell your XRP. You'll be able to loan it out. You can borrow against it. I actually borrowed against crypto to buy real estate in the US. So there's like a world of opportunities with
You,
cryptocurrency that
you know,
we
once
need
you
to.
say this, hold on, because I seen someone talk about that online the other day, but I think they were talking about, was it just borrowing like their stocks instead of
Yeah, you can
selling
borrow
it.
against stocks.
All
Yep,
right,
absolutely.
yeah, we're going down this hole.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
We're
Absolutely.
going down. Yes.
So I just learned about this. And like I said, my life is like super random, super crazy. So my birthday was last August. We
Mm-hmm.
or last August. My birthday was August 3rd.
August.
We went to Jamaica.
Fire
My wife
signs.
and I
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
went super last minute. We
Yeah.
like literally booked 3 days before departure. We went to Jamaica. All the while, I've been trying to buy a property in the US for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
A partner and I, we've been doing our due diligence, meeting with
Yeah.
contractors, meeting with Canadians that own US property and like live here. And we're just trying to get the lay of the land. We actually were like so close to closing on one in January, but
Mm-hmm.
Trump changed the rules for foreign buyers and the purchase price was a little too low. So the mortgage company couldn't provide it. So
Mm.
then we ended up getting this one cash. But I was in Jamaica when my partner hit me and was like, yo, they accepted our offer. We have to have we like we've been sending money down to the US for about a year, but
Yeah.
we were still roughly like 20 grand US short, like almost 40 Canadian short.
Right.
So he hits me and I'm in Jamaica, like, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Where am I gonna get my 20 grand from before I get home? Like, this is
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing some homework. Like, do I have to sell my crypto? Is there a way that I can leverage my crypto? And I found a
Yeah.
company that allows you to borrow against it. And as crypto prices go up, my
Mm-hmm.
loan actually goes down. So it's kind of crazy. And then in doing that and talking to people about it, I
Mm-hmm.
learned that there's even platforms where you could borrow against your crypto, and the amount that your collateral can earn a yield. They invest your collateral for you and essentially having your loan pay for itself. So there's like so many things that in traditional finance we won't have
Mm-hmm.
access to unless we're accredited investors. You need to make or have a million or more or make
Yeah.
over 300,000 in your household for the last 2 years, and then you get allowed to enter certain rooms and doors. Whereas crypto is literally leveling the playing field for
I
now,
said that.
because
I said
as
that
soon as the
sentence.
powers that be kind of get a real grip on it, I think the window will close a bit.
That is amazing that you were able to find that information within like weeks, right?
Days, literally
Days.
days. Yeah, it was
Jeez.
crazy. It was
I should have
crazy.
said leverage. I said borrow.
Yeah,
I should have
that's
said how
okay.
to leverage. Um, 'Cause that. Now I need to know that website because
Yeah,
that's
I'll
that's
share it. It's
really
APX, but
crucial.
I'll share it. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because so this gets me excited because there's so many ways for us to, you know, gain resources or gain access to money. It's just that we don't know it all, right? And it's just like for us to get that information, I guess we have to like dig deep and just
Hmm.
keep learning as we
Hmm.
go. And the
Hmm.
fact that you were able to learn
Yeah,
that one's so whew.
honestly, right? And I'm the guy on Instagram. I'm always hashtag acquire assets.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, like I tell people that I have an understanding of the power of owning assets, but I'm just like opening Pandora's box and learning, like you said, leveraging against your assets. Like you could literally borrow against your home, not pay capital gains, and
Hmm.
use that money to invest in something where the return is higher than the interest that you're paying on the loan. Like there's all these things that we're
Yeah.
not privy to. Like my dad didn't even know this stuff, and he was in business and like
Hmm.
he's owned real estate since the 90s, and like he obviously knew about refinancing and borrowing against and stuff like that. But he
Yeah.
just never knew the power of leverage. Like we are so stuck in like a consumer mindset. So like we borrow the money and we just ball out, or we this, that, and the third, thinking, well, real estate's going to continue to go up. But if you can borrow that money, buy a house, have it paid for by a tenant,
Mm-hmm.
you're almost double dipping. Your tenant is paying down the loan,
Yeah.
and you're growing equity in an asset. And then years or whatever down the road, you can borrow that against that one now and rinse and repeat. Right? It's like there's so many opportunities for us, especially living in North America. I'm learning on the American side,
Mm-hmm.
it's way better, but
Yeah.
there's still tremendous opportunities here as well.
Like our rules and regulations is way different from theirs.
Yeah.
Man, my mind is blown right now.
But trust me. And I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place. I tell
No,
people
I
I'm
love
like
it. I love it.
I'm like a jack of all trades, master of
Mhm.
none. I'm willing to try almost anything in business just because
Yeah.
I know, like, I've learned there's really no such things as losses. Like, you're either winning or you're learning, and that's really it. And like at the end of the day, I know we put so much focus on emphasis on money, but if we can take a little bit, like a less of, like, if we detach ourselves from money, we'll be surprised at how much money we'll make. Like, it's crazy how just a switch of our mindset
Mm-hmm.
will change our whole life. Yeah.
Y'all don't even know. Like
Trust me.
just the fact that we went down like the crypto lane and then you told me that you can leverage crypto.
Yeah.
I've never heard this.
Honestly. And there's so much more. Like, I learned recently, like this year, I've been learning so much, because before it was just been buy and hold for me with crypto. But you can literally
Mhm.
put these assets to work. So I learned about an automated market maker. I don't know if you've heard
Yeah.
of an automated market maker, but you're literally
Mhm.
applying liquidity to trading platforms. So like the best example I give, let's say traditional finance, you're buying a Tesla stock at
Yeah.
TD, and you can buy a limit order or a market order.
Mm-hmm.
Limit,
Yes.
they will fill the order at the exact price that you put. Even if it takes days, it's not going to go through until that exact price is hit. With a
That's what I
market, they're going to
usually
give
do.
you, yeah, that's the best way. Market, they give you what's readily available, the closest
Mhm.
to, the fastest conversion. But
That's
a
probably
lot of times
worse.
it allows for slippage. So you
Mhm.
might want to buy Tesla at $100, and TD can buy it at 99.50. And you're buying, like, let's say 10 shares. They
Yeah.
make that 50-cent spread on all 10 shares. With the automated market maker, you
Yeah.
can provide the liquidity so that TD can facilitate that first trade. Because essentially they're making two transactions. They're buying at the 9, and
Mm-hmm.
then they sell to you at the 10. So they can buy from us, or the 9.5. They buy from us
Yeah.
at the 9.5, and you get a commission off the spread. And like it pays, it literally, it's just plug and play. You put it in. There's
Yeah.
riskier ones and less riskier ones. I do the less risky, but it still pays about 20% annually, and you do nothing. You're just providing liquidity for traders and things of that nature. Yeah,
My mind is blown right now.
trust me. Yeah, man,
I
there's a
don't
lot.
even know. I'm like, shucks. Which way do I go? Um.
Right? And that's me, right? So like,
Yes.
again, I'll go try to market my hats and push my hats, and then bing, something will pop off with my rental cars, and then I'm like so locked into that. So I'm like almost like a squirrel, always going from left to right. Whereas I do recommend people just like find one thing that you love, lock in, make as much money out of it as possible, and then you
And
can
branch
kind of
off.
spread your wings. Yeah, that's what I would recommend, because you'll drive yourself crazy trying to do everything. Just study one thing, go super hard. Like you said, you'll be surprised what a couple years can do for you.
Yeah.
I think we live in a world where we expect everything right now, and we set such short goals, and we apply so much pressure on ourselves, where if we extend our goals to like 5-year goal, we might
Yeah.
hit it in 3 and we're ahead of schedule. Whereas if we set it for a year, and at the 11-month mark we're seeing we're not where we want to be, we start applying too much pressure, or we get desperate, And desperation is expensive. It's very expensive.
Too expensive.
Yeah, man.
Golly.
Yeah, man.
Right? She's okay. So let's go with that. So you mastered, I feel like you mastered three at once,
Yeah.
and then you're able to branch off. So how did that branch off go? And I just wanted you to say it in a way for folks that are thinking of creating a business, or they
Yeah.
feel like they're stagnant with their business. How are they able to pivot to something else that could help scale their income, business, and everything? Like, how are we able to? I could hear so many opportunities that you took
Hmm.
because you've been putting in the work.
Yeah. I
So
don't mind being the guinea pig. And that
Mhm.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't mind taking the risk and learning, right? But
Yeah, yeah.
I would recommend anybody that feels the need to pivot, feels the need for a change, wants to start their own business. I think
Mhm.
the key is starting something that you enjoy. Because no matter what business it is, there's going to be hard times. And it's a lot easier to get through the hard times when it's something that you enjoy. Um, with like the rental cars, I really enjoy it. So dealing with people that annoy the heck out of me is not so bad sometimes. Like I get a lot of people that have like a Honda Civic budget with
Mhm.
Bentley expectations, and dealing with those people is the worst.
Ugh.
But because I have a passion for cars and I have years of customer service, I kind of learned to let it roll off my back and stuff. But it
Yeah,
has to be, you've got to do something that you're passionate about, because like the money will come. Every single industry you can think of has
yeah.
millionaires. Like every industry. I remember in high
It's
school
true.
watching the Tyra Banks show. It's
Mhm.
funny, but she had this lady on, and they had a table, and they had like three separate items on the table, and
Yeah.
you were to guess which one of these items made this woman a millionaire. And one
Mm.
was like customized shoes. One was like cow dung, like cow poo, glazed with a clock in the middle. And the third item, I don't remember. And everybody's guessing, guessing, guessing. And it was the cow dung with the clock in the middle. She's from Texas. She said she started giving it to family and friends as a gift to put on their mantle. And sales went, like, people just started asking, where did you get that? And she became a multi-millionaire, piling up crap, glazing it, and putting a clock in the middle. I swear to God. I'm gonna find that episode and send it to you as well. Like, so that goes to show that we can make money doing almost anything. Nothing in this world comes easy, but if you continue to put in the work, you'll break through. You will break through.
Miles, my mind is going like there's no excuse.
Yeah,
There's no
honestly,
excuse on
honestly.
the opportunities, right? Um, so you told me that story. So um, you started. So COVID happened. You
Mhm,
had the cars.
mhm.
You also had the rentals and real
Rentals are the
estate.
cars. I
Oh
had,
shit,
yeah,
sure, sure. Yes, 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 yes,
no.
yes. Okay.
And then
So,
yeah, I slowly started to get into real estate. So I
mhm.
used the money from the cars to buy my first investment property.
Okay. And then that, and we know how that goes.
Yeah.
Investment properties, boom. And then what was the next one after that?
After the cars, I don't know. A lot of it
And
has
the
been real estate centric lately, and
okay.
and then the hats, the
And the
clothes
hat.
I've been doing. Literally, the clothes I've been doing since high school. I used to,
Okay.
and if anybody on here remembers, I had a when oversized T-shirts were a thing.
The three
I had,
X.
yeah, the
The
three
three
X.
XL.
Let's
Oh
see.
my
So
gosh.
I had oversized tees, and I would write
Mhm.
like I had a company called Dizzy ENT. Dizzy was my nickname in high school, and I just put Dizzy ENT on a T-shirt, and people in schools were buying in my school and other places were buying it, and like I loved it. Um, and then actually the Foot Locker in Woodbine, the
Mhm.
owner or the manager, he saw my T-shirt and he was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I really like what you're doing. I wouldn't mind having your shirts in my stores." He had 2 stores in Etobicoke. Yeah.
Oh
And I got so like nervous. I was overthinking it, flustered, and I didn't
yeah.
deliver. And I dropped the ball. Totally dropped the ball. This was high school. And then since then, I was just like, what's the worst that can happen? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
even if he were to say no, you present your product and he says no, you can learn
Mhm.
from it. And then that's
True.
where like that kind of gave me the ability to kind of be willing to try anything.
Okay, and hold on. Randall
Anything.
wrote something. We used to sell our discounts on 50% day
50
for
day.
every shoe. Oh, this year.
There you go. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, that's the thing. But I would do it every day, not just 50 days. I did it every day. I did it every
Don't worry, I got you.
day.
I got that 30% discount for you.
Trust me. Trust me. Nike was worse. When I worked at the Nike flagship, we were
Mhm.
in Yorkville. So like
Oof.
I met Drake there. I'm meeting all types of celebrities, Mark Wahlberg,
Mhm.
NBA players that are signed to Nike when they're playing the
Yeah,
Raptors. They come there
they
for
would
their
go
comp
there.
items. So you're seeing everybody. And this is people with money. So when you're telling, and at Nike, we got 40% off. So when I tell people like, come back or take my number, because with Nike, we had the employee store in Scarborough,
Which one? Oh,
off of
Brimley?
Brimley,
Brimley. Yeah,
Brimley,
yeah, yeah,
South
yeah, yeah.
Brimley, right? So I tell people like, look, take my number, let me know
Mhm.
what you want. I'll get it even cheaper at the employee store. Give me a day or two, and I'll
Golly.
meet you somewhere. So like,
So,
yeah,
so
definitely,
Miles is a plug, y'all.
always, always.
Or
Even
was,
my
because you don't do that part,
yeah, I
right?
don't have that no more. Yeah, I don't have that link no more. Even working at Wonderland, and I'm sorry I'm ranting, but my
No,
first
no, no.
job
I'm
was
loving this.
at Wonderland,
Yeah.
and I did the same thing. I worked at Thrill Burger right across
Mhm.
from the Beast, and I memorized the price after tax of the hamburger combo, cheeseburger combo, and chicken burger combo.
Mhm.
And if a man's buying one or a couple for his family and he has cash, I would just sometimes I'll give them change and then put the difference in my till. Like it was crazy. It was like I'm always trying to cut a little corner without breaking the law, but
Hustle.
cut a little corner to put a little extra in my pocket.
Yeah. Yo, I'm yo,
Yeah.
I'm dying of laughter. So
And in
then,
doing that, it taught
mhm,
me like even this, my hat. This is literally a new era hat, although it doesn't have the branding.
mhm,
The way I think, I was like, I would rather go meet because a lot of companies now they'll have
mhm.
their logo and then the new era flag on the side. But I'm like,
True.
why am I advertising another company? So my
Mm,
brother-in-law one day on Instagram sent me a ad that came up with a company that said
mhm.
they were New Era supplier. So I reached out to them online, and then I just kind of went direct to the source, like just cut
Yeah,
out, the
the
fluff,
middleman.
and that way the middleman. And now, like I'm getting hats at a much better price, and I'm able to provide much better quality just for thinking outside of the box.
See, and it's a good thing because Theo wants to know what other colors. What
um,
other colors do they come in?
mainly black with a different color bag. So I do like a black
Oh,
and
okay.
gold bag, black and red, whatever.
Yeah.
So mainly black. I'm trying to do like again, like you speaking about ChatGPT. I utilize
Hmm.
ChatGPT just asking what is the number one selling baseball team hat? What's the number one selling basketball team hat? What's the number
Hmm.
one NFL hat? And then I just copy those colors
And
and try
then
to sell it.
boom. Right.
That's it.
You know what?
That's it.
I need that prompt right now because
Yeah, man. And I'm actually
um yeah.
I'm gonna send you some back end stuff on ChatGPT because you can personalize it so that it
Yep.
gives you certain Trust me, I
Things.
go
Oh,
hard. We argue because I don't debate with people no more. I just have my ChatGPT because you lose friends when you argue with people. You're not gonna lose ChatGPT. Like legit, like legit. The other day, June, we were in
yeah.
Mexico
Yeah.
and my wife and kids are sleeping and it's
Mhm.
like 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm just by the window and I'm asking ChatGPT like history on Jamaica, like isn't it fair to say that
Yeah.
XYZ, da, 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 like, you know, and going at it. And before you know it, it's like 6 in the morning and my wife rolls over, like, what the heck are you doing in the corner with your phone? Like,
Just trying to figure out some new
right?
things.
Trust me. I'm addicted to ChatGPT. It continuously teaches you things, right? And you put
True.
in the right prompts. And to be honest, sometimes it is wrong. There are the odd
Listen.
times that it's wrong, but you can
Mhm.
kind of add
Correct it.
information to correct it. And yeah, man, it's use it to your advantage. Don't just use it as a tool to do silly things. I mean, do that as well, whatever floats your boat, but try to
Yeah.
use it to make some money or educate yourself as well.
Yeah. Using it for the greater good instead of foolishness is way better. Like, I'm more balanced in using it for useful things, but
Hmm.
I've typed things dumb just to see what it's gonna say, right? So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
but
No,
you
for real.
definitely, anyone that's like looking to try to scale up their business or pivot and stuff, definitely
You
utilize
need it.
it to see
You need it.
how to maneuver.
And
Um,
we're
mm,
behind the 8 ball with this stuff. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. So like when I worked in recruitment,
yeah.
I would say 2018, a lot of my clients were talking about machine learning. And that's essentially what OpenAI is. So, like, a lot of these things that us consumers get access
Hmm.
to, it's been
Late.
used by companies for years. Like, I don't know if many people know, but BlackRock has had their own chat GPT since the 80s, literally since the 80s. And even like the
Wow.
patent for crypto was
Mhm.
stamped in like 1983.
Jeez.
Yeah, so like
Jeez.
we are like they pretend that everything is new and stuff, but the powers that be don't let us use these things to our advantage until they've
Exactly.
massaged it to the fullest potential. Absolutely. So
Right?
we got to do the same. We got to use it.
Big up Theo with all his questions. Uh yeah, but I think we answered that one.
Yeah, I'm on Toro as
His
well.
yeah. Golly. Sweet. What is one of your win-win situations? Or wait, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
no.
No, yeah. Let's go.
So
What is one of your win-win situations?
I try to make as all my situations win-win. So like again, like kind of with us talking about with the real estate stuff,
Mhm.
I bought with partners, a couple of my friends, where we bought in Barrie. I found the opportunity. I'm going back and forth with the builder. I could have
Mhm.
easily said, okay, we're going to put up the deposit, but I'm going to take
Yeah.
more of the equity because I did more of the work. But I want to see everybody win. Or in recruitment, same thing. It's like when you're dealing with a client, yes, obviously I want to close the deal. I want to make the money, but I got to
Mhm.
ensure that the candidate that I'm presenting to you is not going to kind of crap the bed once he starts working, or they got to make sure that the services and products that I'm providing benefits you, because I want that money to benefit me, type of thing.
Exactly. Um when it came to getting a house with friends, what are two things you would recommend folks to do?
Put everything in writing from the jump. Everything in writing. Make sure everybody understands what they're getting themselves into, what their responsibilities are, what their expectations are, what their timeline is like. You need
Mm-hmm.
to know everything, because things can change at a drop of a dime. But if they understand what's up, it's a lot easier to kind of pivot or advance or overcome whatever circumstance comes your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And then Theo is saying, he wants a rental. He wants one of them
we'll, we'll,
cars.
we'll
How many
connect
cars do you have?
offline.
How many
I
cars do
have
you have so far? Or
I
if
have
you,
a
if,
I have a dozen cars. I think the most I got to was about 18, 20 cars. And like during COVID,
golly,
like it was
heck,
crazy, like because traditional rental car companies were having inventory issues with chip shortages and all that stuff. So with
oh
their
yes,
low
yes.
inventory levels, they had to raise prices, and it
Mm-hmm.
allowed us to kind of undercut them and make a killing. Yeah, it was crazy, but like no good thing lasts forever, and I wish I kind of knew that Like I just thought this was going to make money hand over
Mhm.
fist for the foreseeable future. And
Yeah.
last year things really started to slow down. And I mean, I've been able to pivot, but I think
Well, that's
if
because of
I
Uber.
right, no, Uber, a whole bunch. Well, Uber tried to do a rental competitor, and I was on there for a little bit as well, but they went
Yeah.
under because the claims were a little too much. And now they partnered with Toro. And in
Mhm.
the US, like they have programs where you could rent your car out to an Uber driver. So someone could rent your car to drive Uber.
Imagine.
But yeah, we're so limited here. It's crazy.
No. I can't say what I want to say online.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. But
Because
again,
there's no way.
right? Even with the rentals, I think
Yeah.
the rental cars, the nuts and bolts of it, like if you guys get nothing else from what I'm saying, it's the owning of assets, right? So essentially I'm buying these cars not to use as a consumer, I'm buying
Mhm.
it to make money from other people. So even if I mean normally I don't have a car payment, but even if I had a car payment, the renters are paying down the car payment and I still get to secure and hold the asset, right? So this is the way we got to be thinking, even if it's little by little. Like you're not going to switch it on overnight. It took me a
Mhm.
long time to start thinking like that, and
Yeah.
we live in a world where we're fed consumerism, right? Everything is being sold to us, everything,
Right.
everything, everything. So I would suggest like just kind of I buy precious metals a lot. That's a good way. If you don't have a lot of money, you could start with just buying rounds of silver at like $50.
Silver,
But just
gold.
get in
Oh,
the
there's
habit
another
of
one.
buying things that you're not going to consume right away, or you're
Mhm.
buying with the intention of making a return a little later in the future.
What about nickels? I feel like that was one that someone
Nickel,
mentioned to me.
copper, absolutely, absolutely. Any precious metal, it will grow. I started buying precious metals in 2019. Again, I really
Mhm.
started late. I really started late, and just by being diligent and continuously learning, I've been able to pretty much change the trajectory of my family's life in a short period of time, just being diligent and open to learn. Like the minute you think you know everything, you
I
don't.
had to. I had to.
No worries, no worries. It's like you remember Kanan, right? Kanan,
Mhm.
the guy from Rexville, the singer. Any
Yes.
man who thinks he knows he knows not a damn thing at all. The minute you think you know everything, you've lost. So like just be open to learn because this world has so much to teach us, right? So
Wow. Wow. Just um I had another thing to say because I just been enjoying this conversation. Like I
thank
just
you.
was like,
Me too.
sheesh. I'm like, there's so many. Like you're like me, where you said this, I was like, oh yes, and then you said this, and I was like, oh yes. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna remember to go back to all of them. So, like when it comes to highs and lows, obviously
Hmm.
you reached a peak with the rentals, but then you see you're like, oops, okay, it didn't last forever. What's something you would, I think you mentioned it already, but what would you tell folks about those high and lows?
Never get too high on yourself. And this is something my dad taught me, and I don't even think today I don't fully grasp it or implement it
Hmm.
in my life the way I should. But
Yeah.
don't get too high on yourself during the good times, and don't get too down on yourself during the down times. And a lot of the times, the down times is the opportunity to set yourself up for the good times. Like
Hmm.
right now,
Hmm.
we're in a recession, as much as they don't want to admit it. But these are the times, like in real estate, my
Hmm.
neighbor to the left of me, they just sold their house at a $200,000 loss. So whoever bought that house already has at least a little bit of equity built into their home while the
Yeah.
market is at the bottom, right? So not, or
Yeah.
it could continue to go down, but I'm just saying like there
At
are
this moment, yeah.
opportunities. Another one man's loss is another man's gain. As bad as that is, it's just the reality. And again, education just mitigates the risk. So if you feel like you failed or you're not where you need to be, just study,
Hmm. Yeah.
um, continue to do the homework and just implement things little by little, and you'll be surprised. Like again, back to the XRP, like I to this day there's less than 5 times that I put more than $200 in one transaction into XRP, and now I have
Mhm.
over $130,000 in XRP without putting
Golly.
$200 in one transaction. So just little by little, chip away. It seems big, but you have no idea how things will unfold for you, because I
Mhm.
say this thing as well. It's like, do your homework and let the market do its thing. You know what I mean? We can't control it, but we can ride the wave and try to jump in and out to take advantage to the best of our ability. So don't get too hard on yourself. Things come around. One day you're up, one day you're down. As long as you stay the same, it'll come back around, you know?
Bar, I swear that was a
That's
rhyme.
Jay-Z. That's my boy. That's my boy Jay-Z, if you caught that, you know?
I was like, but weeds. That is so okay. So we mentioned that you went on MIT, you go on
Yeah.
YouTube. Is there
Yep.
any books that you would recommend?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad is
Okay.
definitely, I mean, everybody talks about it, but it will help you with your mindset.
Yeah.
My dad used to get me like How to Win Friends and Influence People, all
I haven't
those
read
Napoleon, his name
Golly.
Hill, I think. Yeah, right. Those are huge. Like, you just need books that kind of help you shift your mindset. That's really all
Mhm.
it is. I think our community, myself included, we don't read as much as we should, but at least right now we have ebooks, we have YouTube, we have so
Mhm.
much. So like, we don't really have any more
Podcasts.
excuses. We have podcasts like this, like even just telling my friends the name of your podcast, and they're like,
Yeah.
that's genius. You know what I mean? And people will listen, because it's like 9 out of 10 people are saying to themselves, damn, I wish I knew X, Y, and Z a little earlier, right? So
Exactly. And that was like the one thing that I wanted to, even though it's long as heck, because I realized, I think Randall like joked with me like, how are you gonna shorten this word? I was like, I don't know. I just thought of it and I just rocked with it. I didn't think
no,
of
it's good.
like shortening it or
You're
anything.
Gucci. Everybody I've
But
said it to, they're like, they love that name. Yeah.
nice. Blessings. And it's just like I really, really love this conversation because it's just giving people like the information that they need, and it's also in a Canadian form, because that's also one of the reasons why I started this, is because there's mostly things happening in the States. I
Mm-hmm.
was tired of like hearing like 401k,
Mm-hmm.
and all the, what is it, the Roth IRA. I was like, I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
the heck this is. However,
Mm-hmm.
whenever I do say things in Canadian form, I do try to match it up with the Americans. I haven't been able to get to the um maybe Caribbean or like the UK, but I try to
Mm-hmm.
do that as best as yes, that's what
Yeah.
you did say. Yeah, this is what and I was like, you know what? It kind of
Put that
rocks
on a t-shirt.
because
Put that on a t-shirt. Put
it
that on
can
a
work
t-shirt.
because of my name. So it's
Yeah.
ironic that I made it that
Right?
way.
Yeah. That's cool.
Maybe that's why I like said it like in a dream or something. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it like that. So I'll
Yeah,
write
no,
that one
that's cool.
down. Randall,
Yeah.
send that to me. Don't worry, I'll give you
Some
some
credit. That's it. Verbal
and
credit. That's it. Shout out, Randy.
but it's like it's so dope that like again, remember from when I see you first time, I was like, yo, he's just bringing everyone around talking about these great things. Like it's just amazing. Like how would you convince folks that are scared to have these conversations? How would you tell them to have these conversations with their friends instead of talking about the foolishness
um,
or
they gotta
non-educational
just
thing, let's say that.
they gotta kind of just sprinkle it in. It's
Mhm.
easier said than done,
Yeah.
but it comes from them doing the studying as well, because it almost becomes second nature. But
True.
it's not easy because again, we live in a world where we're so distracted from that stuff, and it literally by design. They said when Rome was falling,
Hmm.
the Colosseum had its highest attendance. Right? They distract us with entertainment, with foolishness, with while they shift. Like literally right now, our financial system is changing, and
Yeah.
nobody's talking about it. Donald Trump stamped in the Genius Act, like crypto is legal tender, and we're
Hmm.
all afraid to use it. I posted on my WhatsApp today in
Yeah.
1848 when they introduced fiat currency, like paper money,
Yeah.
people thought it was
Did not.
bad. Like nobody wanted to touch it, right? They were so accustomed to coins and things of that nature. And now it's the 100 plus years later, and it's the same thing. They're implementing a new financial system, but we're also
Mhm.
afraid instead of us taking some time to educate ourselves and
Yeah.
just kind of get ahead of it.
And that is exactly true because I I also was scared of crypto, or is like, okay, I don't understand it as much. However, I would be I wouldn't be doing my due diligence if I didn't actually try to learn a little bit, or even like a 1% or 2%
Honestly,
putting it in, because it wouldn't make sense me, like I love the stocks, I like investing, ETFs, futures, option trading, whatnot, and I just felt like there is a lot to learn. 'Cause every time I hear about crypto and Web3 and all that, I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
and it can get overwhelming for sure.
Just a lot. It's just a lot to consume.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, at least let me know the basic so I
Hmm.
can dabble in.
Hmm.
And once I've mastered futures, options, and all that stuff, let me go to that space so I can utilize that. And I believe that's what you said earlier, that that's how you're able to 10x yourself, right?
Uh,
I
not where
think.
I did with options once. I could share that story as well, but
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
suck. I suck with trading. But in 2021, during the crypto
Hmm.
boom,
Yeah.
I discovered a crypto mining company called Mara. Their ticker is MARA, and they
Sorry.
are the
I'm
largest.
so mad because that, let me tell you a story.
uh,
The fact that Mara is supposed to be going the same pace as Bitcoin,
and it's not moving right now.
the
They
way
owe
I
me
want
money,
to,
man. They owe me
the
money.
way
But
I want
crazy.
to thump them
Honestly,
down.
it makes no sense. Makes no sense. So 2021, when I first learned about them, I
Hmm.
turned $200 into about 11,000 in about 2.5 weeks. And like, if my wife was here, she'd tell you, I thought I was Jesus. I turned water into wine. Nobody could tell me nothing about money. I was him, you know? And then I'm like, okay, I'm a pro trader now. So I started putting it into different companies, trying to multiply my money, and the money just kept trickling down, trickling down. And then when it got down to like maybe like a 4 or 5 grand, I was like, let me just take my money out and at least say I made something. Because and then I've been trying to for literally 2 years, 3 years, I've
Yeah.
been trying to trade heavily. And I haven't really been losing money, but I'm not really advancing. So this year I actually decided, let me put it on ice for a little bit, focus more so on the crypto, the real estate, the cars, kind of just tackle those and maybe get back into it. But
Yeah.
it's
So
tough,
you're,
man.
yeah, you have fans. You have fans. So they want to come back and talk about crypto. Yeah, because I
Anytime.
haven't talked about crypto in a minute,
Yeah,
and so we'll definitely bring you back and things. But no, the Mara pissed. Honestly,
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
it just doesn't
And
make sense because I did my research as well.
they're the number one crypto miner in the world. They have like the most Bitcoin behind like the US government or something like that. They're like top three in the world, top four in the world. So, but there's a lot of market manipulation, right? So
Of
that's a huge
course,
part of it.
since I swear that's been happening since maybe before Trump went back in. The way this,
Yep.
however, he did Salted Up in April, and I was hella cheese
Nope.
because I was
As soon as he
focusing
got
on
inaugurated,
taxes.
it went down.
But April it was worse, and I
Brutal.
was just like,
Brutal.
man, I just need to put some money in because I know what's gonna happen. And then look, everything's in there
Everything's up. Honestly,
up
even
high.
when Bitcoin, it hit its all-time high at 100K US, and it
Mhm.
came all the way back down to like 40,
20. He
20,
went
right?
down.
It came
Yeah.
down. It came down. And my
Oh
dad
yeah,
was
because I'm
like, yeah,
thinking American.
it
Sorry.
was roughly 25 US. Yeah, roughly 25 US. And my dad said, maybe you should buy a whole Bitcoin. Maybe you should buy one. And I was like, and I bought and put the money in real estate instead. And now the real estate market
Golly.
is down, and I would have 4x, almost 5x my money in like a year and change if I had just listened to my dad, who like he's not even really a crypto person, but he's just
Yeah.
like seeing the
He
trends
sees
and
what
understanding
the circle
exactly.
yeah, shooks. And
Yeah.
it is
So like
important to look
we
at the
get we
trends.
get in our own way sometimes, just fear, and this fear is like we're just trying to protect ourselves, like we're trying to make the best decision possible, but
Yeah.
sometimes you got to break through that fear and just kind of try something outside of the box.
Yeah.
Like another one that will make you rub your head, if
Which one? Which
all the
one?
money that I put into real estate, if I
Mhm.
just put it into XRP, like just every dollar that I put into real estate, if I put it into XRP, I
Yeah.
would have 25 million cash today. Even with the pullback, I would have $25 million.
At which time? At which time though?
No, like if so, every house that I bought since
Overall.
COVID, yeah, like since COVID, if
Oh, true.
instead of buying the house, like even this house that I'm in right now, if I had bought, if I had put the deposit onto XRP instead of this, my lifestyle, we would be conducting this interview. I'd be in Jamaica right now on the beach doing this interview instead of this
Oh,
cold
Camille,
country,
do you want to have this? Do you want to have this meeting in Jamaica? Yeah,
right?
just come cheer up.
I would have
Huh?
flew you out. I would have go pull up.
I
Honestly,
don't like. Huh? Okay.
right? So don't be
Man.
afraid to take the risk. And at the end of the day, it's only money. Like I know
Mhm.
we all talk about fiat and like so what fiat means is that the government is
Mhm.
what's backing our dollar. Where it's not backed by gold or any hard asset or commodity. It's just whatever they say it is, it is.
Mhm.
So the value of our dollar has been dropping tremendously, especially since COVID. So it's like even if you just put your money in a savings account and hold it, you're losing money. So it's almost like imperative for you to put it into a financial asset. Although it is
Yes.
risky and sometimes it is scary, it's there's no way it's worse than losing their goal, the target for the Bank of Canada is 2%
Mhm.
inflation. They
Yeah.
haven't hit that goal in 5 years. So like we're losing buying power. Like prices of things are not going up. Our buying power is going down. And I think like
Exactly.
we're really missing that, and we have this like this connection with money that we need to disconnect from because it's like
Mhm.
it's hindering us from making certain decisions. I learned as well, like up until 1330, humans
Yeah.
didn't even work. We didn't work for money. We had assets. We would produce food. We would barter. Even if someone worked on my land, I would
Yeah.
pay him in whatever he's growing and farming. You know what I
True.
mean? So like, and then they had this thing called the
Barter.
Black Death, and then like
Mhm.
homeowners were dying left, right, and center, and the government started just scooping up all these properties, and then the survivors were forced to pay rent, and now you got to find a job to pay rent. Like it's such a finesse, right? And we have these attachments for these artificial ideals, and we
Yeah.
really need to shift it. It's easier said than done. Like I have like I say I have 1 foot in and 1 foot out of the matrix, so like it's very
Yeah.
hard. And then it's like you, you don't even realize we're in the matrix until you're in your 20s 30s, right? So you live 20 plus years in the matrix. It's
Mhm.
very difficult to break out of it. And I say matrix, it's just like certain things that we're
Accustomed to.
accustomed to that we,
Yeah.
right, like you know what I mean. So but we
And
can break out of it slowly but surely.
I'm glad you say that because if us as millennials are in that mind frame, imagine Gen X or baby boomers. You got
Right?
lucky with your dad because he was able to show you the way, but there are some that I'm never gonna dog them because they just knew what they
Never,
knew.
because we don't know exactly.
Yeah. But it's always, I think the one thing that we, especially in this conversation that we've been having, is just learning. There's never
Hmm.
a time where you can't learn.
No,
Instead of,
important.
yes, we want to go on our TikTok and scroll, look about what Chris Brown's Breezy Bowl's been doing, but also at the same time, take some time to learn something, right?
Hmm. Absolutely.
Um, we're students. We're still going to be students at the end of the day. So, do you want
Yep.
to be a student of gossip or a student of personal finance? Because it's up to you. It's
It's
up
up
to
to you.
you,
We all have
right?
the same 24 hours. Actually telling a friend, my mortgage broker today, it's
Hmm.
like I quoted Jay-Z, right? Excuse me. And he's my favorite artist, hands down, or whatever. But I try to
Yeah.
tell people he's not smarter than us. He was just put in certain positions and took advantage of opportunities that were presented to us or to him that the average person might be too afraid to take advantage of. And I don't agree with all the moves that he makes because I do think like he does some shady stuff, but he he took advantage of certain circumstances to make him
Yeah.
a billionaire. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
we were created in God's image and likeness. Like I'm not even the most religious. I grew up Catholic, but we
Hmm.
were created in God's image and likeness. Anything we put our mind to, we
You
can
can
do it.
do. That's
Everything
true.
that mic in front of you, someone had to see it in here first in order to make it. Like it just didn't come out of nowhere. God didn't drop a microphone from the sky. He put these visions into our mind, into our heart, the
Hmm.
passion to build these things. We
Yeah.
just we live in a society where the average person doesn't believe they can do anything anymore. We idolize Michael Jordan and all these people thinking that they're better than us, and it kind
Yeah.
of takes away from our ability to do ourselves.
When we have we're capable of doing it
God
as
given
well.
ability, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All we have to do is, have a. I think it's like strategizing because I want to say strategizing or getting your feet wet.
Mhm.
And I won't say getting your feet wet with everything because for a person that does taxes, a person that does taxes and the things I witness with like or doing books, the things that I witness, sometimes I just have to bite my tongue and say, "Why did you think you could do this?" Like I understand. But I want to give tough love, but I'm not going to give tough love yet because first you have to be educated. Whatever you
Yeah.
learned before, you
Hmm.
have to unlearn from that and be able to go down the path of righteousness or just being able to scale up, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um and usually I'm trying to think. I see how now it's not sunny anymore and I'm getting
I
very
know it's
sad
getting.
for you.
I know this sunset is beautiful, though. I wish I could show you guys.
Ah. But I usually ask my guests this question. What are three things you wish you knew about money when you were younger? Even though I know
Uh,
you knew from time, but there must have been a couple things, you know?
three things. I guess number one, that inflation. Number one, I wish I knew about inflation because it
Mm-hmm.
would have changed the way I think about like buying shoes and certain things. Right? It would force me to think invest first.
Yes. Oh,
Um, what else? Number two, what would I wish I knew earlier? Um, the power of actually building with people, investing with people, like not only just leveraging your money, but leveraging friends, leveraging colleagues. Um, you got to work with people to get where you want to go. Like I said earlier, business is a team sport,
mm-hmm. I love
and
that one.
I guess knowing your numbers whatever
Mm-hmm.
endeavor you want to get into, you got to know your numbers before getting into. So, like example, like with me with real estate, I didn't run, especially the worst case scenario. I just thought I was going to buy some pre-con, sell them on assignment, make a quick little return, and I'd be good, right? And a lot of people were thinking that way. And I had one real estate agent tell me, her name is Chi. I used to work with her in recruitment as well. And she used to tell me, like, Myles, this is a good idea and people are making money right now, but you have no idea. Like with pre-con, you're buying today and it's not ready for a year, 2 years, and you have no control. And I like ignored her. I'm like, nah, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna invest there, you know? And literally everything has gone south. And a lot of things could have been avoided if I had played the worst case scenario out a little bit earlier.
So now
Luckily,
you can
by
use
the
ChatGPT.
right, no, honestly, I do that. So my deals that we're trying to do in the States, I run all the numbers through ChatGPT, and I
Yeah.
ask like the history of the area, like so much. But
Nice.
I would say like just run them as diligently as possible. Like no matter the business, run your numbers, because men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Another cool, you know?
If I had known, I would have added Jay-Z to the title. Oh gosh, Myles. You know you're coming back on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Anytime,
we're having a conversation after, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I'll be less all over the place next time. We'll just stick to one subject. And
No. This is how my mind works as well. It's just that I'm just ecstatic. Like I seen like a snippet of what you were talking about that day, and then you just blew my mind. I was like, holy smokes, there's so much that we could talk about. Like I actually like having these conversations is like brings me up. Like you don't even know. Like last week I was like now I'm just like, yo, I'm getting that boost of energy, and just like, yo, things like, you know, you can just keep moving and keep pushing. So I'm enjoying this. See, the universe aligned everything correctly. Right?
Yeah.
And well, what is one or what are other avenues that you're trying to do? I know that you just got the house in the States. Is there any other things that you're looking out for?
The house in the States is my main goal right now. I have a goal of getting like 10 to 15 doors by 2030.
Okay.
I want to use the rental income to allow me to live anywhere I want. So that's the goal right now. But I'm also trying to encourage friends to invest with me as well. So I've been hitting certain people, like, let's try to pull some money together and think of an idea to invest in. Everybody bring an idea that they're passionate about, and we kind of come to a consensus and decide on something. So I'm trying to do just literally just put the money to work. That's it. I'm just trying to anything that I understand right now. So again, it's just going to be mainly real estate and crypto focused. I'm all for it. I've been telling people, like, although all.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I was like, hold up. I can't. Yeah. Okay, wait. Let's see. Wait. 2 seconds. Nah, universe, you can't do this to us, Regin. You can't do this to us. That's Hold on. Let's see. While you're trying to connect back your mic.
There we go.
Okay, yes.
Sorry about that. Thank
great,
you, Theo.
yes. Theo, big up Theo.
Big up Theo.
Theo. Who else? Juliet,
yeah.
Who else? I can't see anyone else. Big up yourselves. Sorry, what were you saying? Shucks, now I can't.
I don't know. I lost it with the AirPods. Sorry, I apologize.
No worries.
But But yeah, no, I was saying, sorry. Although the market is down, there are opportunities. I try to tell people, look out of town, out of province, like
Yeah.
just try, just try. Do your homework, but just try.
Theo also says I can't wait till he comes back. Boy, don't
Thank
worry,
you.
I'll make
Thank
sure.
you.
And what is one more
Mhm.
great advice you would want to leave the folks with?
Understanding trumps all. Like, knowledge mitigates risk. The more you know, the less risky an investment becomes.
Mhm.
Because there's no way to eliminate risk, but you can absolutely
What is
mitigate
what's oops.
it.
Nope. I was like, wait. Boom. It's because I didn't want to spell that guy's name, eh?
I know, right? I know. I get it. Sorry, I don't mean to use the man's name, but it's so key. It's paramount. It will help remove fear. It will help you be able to pivot, make the right decisions for the future. Like, the more you know, the better you can move. That's it.
Exactly. Oh no, I can't see. Oh, okay. I can see it over here. So he's doing like salute.
Oh, nice.
on
Yeah, good
here,
enough.
on here.
Oh yeah.
But the good thing, that's why you have to have different screens and things. But wait, Miles, how can
Yes.
people get in contact with you? So
Um,
there's the IG, email.
yeah.
However, they want the hat. I know they want the hat.
Uh-huh.
So
Absolutely. So check out chaseclothing.ca and you can find them there. Also on Instagram, Chase Clothing Company, all spelled correctly. Um, and then yeah, the financial education Instagram handle is Handsome Investments, again spelled
Mhm.
correctly. And yeah, anything worth having is worth the chase. That's my slogan.
Bomb. Hold on, let me try to. Okay. Handsome investor.
Handsome Investments.
Investment.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Investment. Wow. Because you have two. I think I
Actually,
posted both of them.
that's okay. I have
I wasn't sure. I
my
was like,
personal, but it's private because sometimes I say some stuff that's a little outside of the box, and I don't really want to offend people. Like, nothing like really
Mhm.
offensive, but my mindset, like I said, I feel like I have 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the matrix, and if someone is submerged in the matrix, they're not gonna like. My opinions are unpopular opinions sometimes. Let's say that, but if you
that's
really
okay.
take it in, it will definitely help you.
So these are, and I definitely I'm gonna put them on the show notes. So
Cool.
chaseclothing.ca, IG. Yeah. Yo, Miles.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for
This
having me. Like, I appreciate it big time. This is my first podcast in a very long time. Like, I have a friend that did one in the past, and it was
Yeah.
totally not financial related. So, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. The whole day I was a little nervous. Like I said, I don't like public attention and stuff, but I appreciate you taking me out of my comfort zone and like forcing me to
Yes.
do this. Not forcing me, but like forcing me to
I did
do
not
it. Like,
twist his. I did
no,
not twist his.
that's not what I meant. I just meant, like, to get it out there. Get it out.
I was like, sir. But you know what? I'm glad you told me, like, yo, we got to do this. Like, my bad, because like honestly, there was a time when I was like, well, if it happens, it
I know,
happens.
and I
It's
apologize for that.
okay.
It's just
But don't. It's on me because I was just like, I don't. Let me reply. Okay, I was acting like a sloth or something, trying to
that's me more
put this
times. I'm not gonna
together.
hold you. Yeah.
But it, like, the fact that we did this, and like, sir, salute to you. Thank you so
Likewise,
much.
right back at you. Thank you so much.
Like,
Let's do this again. You let me know. I'll make myself available.
but to miss. So
Yeah.
folks, and I know you guys are like, I'm seeing the views and everything. Like, I know you guys are loving this. So make sure you like, comment. I want to see as many comments. I didn't even do a poll today because I was just in awe. But make sure you subscribe, tell a friend, and like, man, there's so many things that we spoke about. um One thing that I really got in is acquiring assets so you're able to live the life that you want to live.
Absolutely.
All right. And thank you, Miles, again.
No
Big up
problem.
Randall. I guess
Big up
I
Randall.
think he called us shake PayPals.
Shake PayPals. Get your streak up, guys. Here, let me show you where I'm at right
I
now. I'm
think,
on day 103. I don't know if you guys can see that, but shake your phone. Shake your phone. Shake your phone.
hey guys.
It's
And
free
if
money,
you,
guys.
in the comments, tell me which day streak you are. I'll just gonna do mine because I'm just gonna get pissed off. I literally cussed. I think I cussed out on Instagram on my personal. Oh, 2 day streak.
That's okay. It's better than 0 day. We all gotta start somewhere. It's okay.
That's true. So yo, folks, make sure. Actually, I think I'm gonna put that referral link on there too for Shake Pay. Right?
Yep, that's smart. Absolutely.
Bum bum bum. Thank you, Theo. Big up Theo too. No, Theo. Big up yourself. But yes,
Smart guy.
on that note, guys, it's September. There must be something special happening in September. When I remember, I'll let y'all know. But as in, like, you know, those like financial literacy month is
Mhm.
November. I
Mhm.
think it's life insurance month, but I can't remember at this very moment in time. But yeah, big up to the folks, the parents that their kids are back to school, so you have some time to
Honestly.
yourself.
Honestly.
And just check up on your strong friends and things, and tell someone you love
Absolutely.
them and things, you know. So Miles, folks, peace out till next time.
I just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free.